I think that's one of the things that impresses me most about Duke's team. First of all, they don't have any freshmen. They were freshmen in November and December. They were sophomores in January and February. March and April, they're vets. I watched Cooper Flagg. He's one year we were playing Syracuse in the Elite Eight to go to the Final Four, and Syracuse's best player was Carmelo Anthony. I coached against Gary Payton as a freshman, Sean Elliott, Jason Kidd, Paul Pierce, T.J. Ford, a lot of great players. This guy's right there with all of them. It's hard to say what he's not good at. Now, he's not as great at some things he is at others, but his floor is really good at everything. But his ceiling is just his size, and he finishes with his left hand around the paint, right hand. He's got a floater, can make a three. Really good free throw shooter. If you double him, you better get there quick because he can pass. I think the guy that doesn't get talked about enough is Proctor. Seen his numbers? The guy's shooting 64% from the floor, and he's shooting higher than that from the three. Kneppel, I'd love to coach Kneppel. He plays hard, tough, smart. And you can tell this team has John's imprint on it. We scrimmaged Duke a few years ago. I don't remember what year that was. Proctor, I think he was a freshman, though. Proctor was a freshman. You can tell he was a freshman. You remember that scrimmage? Mm-hmm. Who else was on that? Filipowski. I don't remember the other players. Who else was on that team? Roach, yeah. Roach was on that team. But Proctor didn't play very good that day. And I remember John called and said, would I mind giving him a scouting report on his team, and he would give a scouting report on ours. And so I remember talking about Proctor to him, and he talked about how important his growth would be. And now when you look at him now, he's elite in every area. But the area that he's improved the most in is his toughness. Proctor's tough. Kneppel's tough. Flagg is tough. Sion James, we played against Sion James 2 years at Tulane. He was probably the fourth best player on his team at Tulane. That's true. But that speaks to John Shire's ability to put his team together. He chose Sion James. Sion James' intelligence, his basketball IQ, his toughness, and he's a winner. And he doesn't require shots. He can make them, but he doesn't have to have them, and which is important on that team, because the guy you want to be shooting all your balls is those three. You want Proctor, Kneppel, and Flagg shooting all the balls. Offense is not an equal opportunity position. The best shooters should be shooting the balls, and that's what Duke's really good at.